Mari, and I'm back with another video. Today's video is pretty self-explanatory if you couldn't tell by the title. I'm going to be doing what's on my iPhone 11 Pro Max. Prior to getting this phone, I had the iPhone 8 Plus, so I mean you could probably imagine it was a pretty big change going from a home button to no home button, and just the different ways that the phones are set up if you compare them to each other. But I'm pretty used to it. I got my phone Christmas of 2019, so I've had it for about 3 months and some change, going on 4 months, so I'm pretty acclimated with like how to use it and stuff, and I love it. I have like the army greenish color one, and I love that the back it's matte but it's glass. It's just like a really classic finish. I love the way it looks, I love the way it works. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop talking and let's get straight into the video. Oh, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't. There should be a little subscribe icon in the bottom right corner of this video, so just give it a click, and after you do that, you'll be subscribed to my channel. If you want to get notifications, be sure to hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. I'm gonna stop talking and let's get straight into the video. So on my lock screen, you just have this picture of me on the beach in Miami. I did do a vlog on that trip, so if you haven't seen it yet, be sure to check it out on my channel. And then if you swipe to the right, then I have my calendar, my Siri app suggestions, my news, screen time, shortcuts, weather, all of the stuff that I don't use. And then if you swipe to the left, then you get to unlock my phone. And on my first page, I pretty much have everything that the phone came with. So I have my calendar, which I don't use, my photos, which I have a lot of. I have a lot of pictures, so yeah, I just keep all my pictures here. And then my camera, which is self-explanatory, my mail, which I also don't use, the clock, where you'll find like all of my alarms, stopwatch, timer, all that stuff. Then maps, which I also don't use because I'm not a big fan of it. Weather, reminders, which I rarely use. Notes, settings, stocks, news, books, app store, podcasts, FaceTime, which I actually do use. And then Safari, which is where you like obviously search stuff up. Then I have Apple TV, health, home, and my wallet. And at the bottom, I have my messages, my music, which just has like everything that I listen to, all the music that I use for my videos, my playlist, etc. So I keep all of that in there. And then my mail, I have so much unopened mail. This is just my school email, so it's like, it's not really anything like super exciting. And then I have my phone app, and then we get to all the interesting stuff. And this is my first folder, which is YouTube edits. I keep stuff that I use for like my YouTube videos, but I also keep stuff that I use for like Instagram pictures and stuff like that. So the first app that I have on here is We Heard It. I love this app. It just gives me like inspo. It also has really cute aesthetics, so if I ever need a picture for a theme on my page or anything like that, then this is where I go to. It's also really cool because you can follow people, you can follow certain aesthetics. So like if you like background pictures, if you like the color pink, you can follow all of that. You can make your own collection so that other people can see what you're into. So yeah, it's a really cool app. And then the next app that I have is Sponto, which is just an app that I use for like text. You can add like pretty much any image, and then you can add text to it. And then you have a whole bunch of different fonts that you can use. You have a bunch of different styles that you can pick, colors, etc. So this is a really cool app when I want to use cool fonts. Then I have Eraser, which is like when I want to erase the background off of any of my pictures. A YouTube thumbnail maker, which I actually don't use at all. And then I have Collageable, which I also don't use at all. Glitch Video, which I use sometimes with my intros. And then Cute Cut Pro, which I also use sometimes with my intros. Visco, which I usually use for like Instagram videos, Pocket Video. If I'm being completely honest, I don't even remember what I use that for. Blur for when I want to blur out the background of certain images. And then Superimpose X, which I also use for like thumbnails and stuff. So then the next folder that I have is socials. And in here you will find like all of my social media. So Twitter. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, be sure to follow me on Twitter at @damari_. I really don't use my Twitter, so yeah, I don't use it that often. Like, I tweet every once in a while, but not that often. So nothing really interesting on there. Then I have my Instagram. First person on my timeline is Brent Fayez. If you don't know, now you know. I love him. If you aren't following me on Instagram, be sure to follow me. This is just where I post all of my pictures. Then I have YouTube, which is pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, I just keep up with my account on here. If you aren't subscribed, be sure to go subscribe. And yeah, that's pretty much it for YouTube. I have Snapchat, which I don't really use, but if you guys want to add me on here, then yeah, this is my Snapchat. Then I have Pinterest, which I don't necessarily use often, but if you guys want to follow me on there, my Pinterest is @damari, same as my YouTube channel. So that's it for Pinterest. And then I have Instagram followers, which helps me keep track of who's following me, who's not following me, who I'm following, etc. I have YouTube Studio, which is where I keep up with like the statistics of my channels and everything that's going on. I can like see my comments. It's just an easier way to access my channel as opposed to going straight through the YouTube app. Then I have Cash App, which is self-explanatory. I have TikTok. If you aren't following me on TikTok, quarantine. Go follow me on TikTok. I don't really post because I don't know how to dance. So yeah, there's nothing really interesting on TikTok. But yeah, my TikTok is @damari. Pretty much all of my handles are @damari. They either have an underscore or they don't, but like they're basically all the same because I like to keep it all uniform so I'm easy to find. And then on the next page, there aren't really socials, but like there's stuff I use like in connection with other people. So I have PayPal, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Uber, Walmart, and Airbnb. And then if you swipe to the left, I have more apps that came with the phone. So I have Files, Find My, Shortcut, Activity, which is for my Apple Watch. And, well, it connects to my Apple Watch. It's not just for my Apple Watch, but it connects to my Apple Watch. And then I have the iTunes Store, Tips, Contacts, then my actual Apple Watch app. And then I have Utilities, which is all the stuff that my phone came with. Again, Roku for like when I want to watch something on TV. So yeah, Roku connects to all the TVs in my house, so I can just control them from my phone. Then I have SoundCloud, where I listen to music that I can't find on Apple Music. And yeah. Then I have Google Maps, because I'm not the hugest fan of the Apple GPS, so I'm more likely to use Google Maps when I'm going somewhere as opposed to using Apple Maps. So yeah, I don't know. I just like this better. And then I have a folder for education. So this is stuff that I would use for school. Google Classroom, Google Docs, Google Drive. Just platforms where my teachers are able to upload assignments and due dates and everything like that. And then I have Flow, which is my period tracker. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just use it to keep up with my period. And then I have the Bible for when I go to church or just when I want to read it. I just keep it here. So, yeah. And then I have CoStar, which is an astrology app. CoStar like allows you to keep up with your sign, your moon, your sun, all of that. You can find it in CoStar. It gives you daily affirmations. I really like CoStar, and you can also follow your friends, which is really cool. If you want to follow me on CoStar, there's my at the top, @damari. And then the last app that I have is PNC, which is my banking app. and that's pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, that's pretty much it for all of my apps. I don't have a whole lot on here because, like I said, I don't like to keep too many apps. I don't like my phone to be overcrowded. I try to keep my applications as minimal as possible, just to keep my phone organized. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay guys, that is it for my what's on my iPhone 11 Pro Max. As you can see, I don't have a ton of apps simply because my phone isn't the only thing I use. Like I switch between like my iPad and my MacBook, so my phone isn't my only source of technology. I also just don't like having a whole lot of apps crowded on my phone, so I try to keep it pretty minimal. So yeah, maybe I'll do an updated one once I'm in college next year, because I would assume by then I'll have more apps. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified whenever I post new content. And that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.